Hello, and welcome to the video showcase for the FNAF anniversary map, based on the video posted by The Unwithered Truth. I I have already shown this already, but the first video was audio in Spanish, and so I showed FNAF Heyday building, also in Spanish. So, as for you English speaking people, I'm going to make this video too. Map actually has improved a lot since I showcased it. Well, it was a long time ago. I think around the month I saw the FNAF anniversary video. I liked the idea so much I had to build it. So now I'm going to show you how it's looking right now. Like the exterior is not as big as Heyday, but we'll go on to Heyday when that video posts. I might record it today. Well, here's the alley, and I'm going to immediately show this. This is the back alley from FNAF 6. This is based on the rare screens for FNAF 6 when you see Scrap Trap, Baby, and that stuff. The puppet box is right here because, as seen in the video, uh, they are supposed to have get rid of the puppet, and I hid here Charlotte's body as a reference for the back alley from Freddy's in the FNAF saga, but we'll show the interior later. So, this is a cool style. This in the building is the arcade room, but I think this part works very good for the outside too, like having the animatronics on this part. And this is an emergency exit, and this is where the sidewalk ends. I'll go on the the small forest just to see. These are the party rooms. I'm gonna show everything later. Not to worry. Okay. And over here is another party room and the other fire exit. I think it makes sense that in a building, in a big building, we have many fire exits, considering how big it is. And here is a small, well, this is for the trucks, to the for the kitchen supplies, for the main kitchen. And now the main the main stuff. Let's see how Freddy's looks. First of all, the entrance, ripped straight from FNAF the movie, the first movie, of course. I tried to get every detail I could from a Google photo I saw. The only thing I personally added was these five carpets representing each of the FNAF 1 cast. And here's the entrance for Freddy's. Okay then, welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This is the restaurant itself. Looks very good. First thing I'm gonna say, this is supposed to be the drawings wall from the FNAF movie too. I think this is what it was in the movie. I think this is a perfect spot. I wanted to add this Easter egg, so I put it right here. Alright then. Let's think we're gonna open the pizzeria for the morning. Opening the two entrances for the arcade, and I added this small wall, a small door, for the people to come here and get the entry tickets. And here's the lighting for the arcade room, which, well, it's already very lined up because of all the arcades. Here's a vending machine. This is a reference from Into the Pit game, so it is this little roly. I don't remember the name of that game. Here's Fruity Maze alongside Midnight Motorist. You know, two two arcades that are a very good part of FNAF lately. Well, ever since FNAF 6. Now, where else? Let's check the party room 1. I'm gonna add right here and right now. The floor is not accurate. The floor is supposed to have the blue and red pattern, but I liked it better this way. Maybe I'll eventually change it, but I'm just gonna add that I know in the week before they said that the tiles in the floor are supposed to be that color. So yeah, nothing in life is perfect. Here's the little party room with a few posters, a bubble machine, and windows, because party rooms have windows. Small detail, also from the week before. So, now we see this. I'll walk straight to the party room 2. Here's another vending machine. Also, by the way, they work. Just to say it. I have the paper parts here, the another windows. They're almost a mirror. I'm not so proud of that, but also a little different. This party room 2 has the pink and white tables, so that's a small FNAF 2 reference for the party rooms. And now let's check the restrooms, of course. Now, I'm going to open both of these. They're a little different. They're not that big of a difference, but here they are. These are the character references. Obviously, Freddy, Foxy, and Fredbear. They're just what you can expect from a bathroom. If I if I can add something interesting, I'm going to say this. The walls are blue because in the Silver Eyes, when Charlotte is hiding from Bonnie, it's said explicitly that uh, the tiles, well, is that how you say that? Tiles, wall tiles, whatever you say them, are blue in the bathrooms of Freddy's. So that's a detail I added in all of my FNAF buildings ever since I read it. The bathrooms in FNAF have blue walls. That's a fact. Well, a fact from the book, but it's still a fact. Well, here the references are not so obvious. Here, well, Mangle, Toy Chica, and this is supposed to be Valora. Just little little detail. And well, as you know, here's supposed to be the safe room, but you know that FNAF Anniversary doesn't have it here. So I put a fire exit because I thought, this building is so big, in case of an emergency, everyone is gonna have to walk all the way from this party room, for example, to the exit right there. Imagine that. I also added this door just to have, well, a better, what can I say, ambience for the animatronics to roam around. To think, oh, they have multiple ways to go here and there, makes sense, I think. Well, and over here you can recognize this immediately. The carousel from FNAF 2, he's also in the movie, and the ball pit from Into the Pit from in the movie, you know him. He's working though, as I showed in the Heyday and Anniversary before. And here is the manager's office, which, since it's not shown in the video, I based off, well, only this part, based off the FNAF movie. I only had a few details. It's not one to one to the real office from Steve Ragland's, but I added two details, two or three important details. Yellow chairs, that's said in the movie, well, by the production, they intentionally put yellow chairs and a rabbit paw, as to smally hint that he's the yellow rabbit. And I also added keys in the wall. That's something I noticed. It's all the rest is just pretty standard office with oh, a small map that I actually forgot I had here. Actually, yeah, it's updated now with the forest for the Heyday building. Okay, so yeah, is it? Wow, wow, it's very bright. And let's go to the kitchen, Chica's favorite part, but not so for Susie's part. This is the part where Susie, in FNAF Anniversary, gets uh, kidnapped by the yellow rabbit. Here's the light. If you saw the video on Spanish, you already know everything here. Nothing here has changed, or the party room so far. But if you saw the Heyday building, you would realize I did the same style for both kitchens. Well, I think I did Heyday better because I could picture more of the kitchen because it's shown in the video. Well, when FNAF Anniversary becomes a real game, as it was shown in a trailer, I don't know if I'll change the whole thing. I might do, but I saw in the trailer that they shown the kitchen, so I might change it in the future. Well, here's the access to the through the loading bay that I shown already. It's not there's nothing interesting here. I could put something in here. I just haven't felt like it. Oh, a small detail. This brick wall is black, but Heyday is gray, as to show that as time passed out, the building got withered. Pun intended, of course. Here's the pizza furnace, and I added a freezer room to say something. I don't know how you say this actually in English, but it's a small place to get the get the stuff and the kitchen stuff, you know. Now I'm going to add. There's a cake with a candle right here, reference for the week before. One part of the book where Ralph gets in the kitchen and sees one a cake with a candle, and he feels like the need to sing "Happy Birthday" to Susie. That's a very good part of the book, actually. And yeah, here's the kitchen. Also, by the way, I don't know if the Unwithered Truth has the window, but I added because of Secret of the Mimic. Because Secret of the Mimic showed that there's a window in this part of Freddy's. Wow. And now we continue to the price counter. Of course, price corner, counter, whatever you say it. It's very simple, but well, it's a little based off Help Wanted because that's a very good way to see Freddy's. And here's the access. Floor's reference to Fredbear's Family Diner, Fredbear and Spring Money, you know. And although it's not supposed to be here, I added a little puppet just to remember who is always in the price counter in the FNAF 2. Also a puppet poster. Alright, now... Oh, we all know this. The supply closet from FNAF 1. It's just such a classic. Small, simple, it's not much. We'll talk about that later, by the way. And let's go to the office. Mike's office. What do you think? It's very simple. Light works pretty good to get the FNAF 1 vibe. Lockers as shown in what Help Wanted in their Withered Truth video, and working lights and doors. This is one of the improvements I made since the last time I showed this map. These doors, redstone system, that one friend of mine did because I'm not that good at redstone. And here is the vents shown in the video as you crawl around different parts of the restaurant. By the way, for example, look, restrooms, kitchen, closet, and lobby. That's it. I couldn't add anything else because, well, Minecraft logic. I can't make a vent that comes to here, to the show stage, for example, because I can't overlap things. But this is working pretty good. As I showed, as well, I'm showing crawling in the vent. No corpse here, not because I don't want to, but because it would get in the way and I couldn't move forward. And this is just an example to show it works. Now, another FNAF movie reference. Showtime. Oh yeah, just to get the place with a lighter tone. Let's check them out, shall we? Here's Foxy. That detail over there in the ceiling, it's from the Unwithered Truth video. That's a detail I noticed, I put here. And this is the Sorry of Order, made by Ralph because that's something he says in the book. So here's Foxy, classic Foxy. Oh, and the It's Me sign. I even forgot I had it here. It's small, it's simple, but it looks pretty comfortable for a pirate. Or a fox for that matter. Now, the main stage. This is also an improvement from the last time I showed the map. Yeah, this looks way better than the thing I had before. With the FNAF 1 trailer background, looks perfect. Looks very, very good. So, here they are. Freddy Fazbear, the Bunny, and Chica the Chicken. All three. And here's the stage. Now, first, let's talk about the back room. Well, the backstage actually, which is behind the stage. And here's Golden Freddy coming out of the safe room as is shown in the video. That's why he's in that pose. And yeah, he's wearing his classic hat. I don't know if in the video is black or purple, but I like it better purple. Now, this is the cam view. Classic from FNAF 1 actually. I read that green head because I feel like it's a reference to the FNAF movie as the Torture Freddy. I'm gonna talk about this part later, but here's where the staff is supposed to control the animatronics. You know that in real life you have to have some guy programming them, like do certain motions and play songs. Well, this is supposed to be the computer for all that stuff. And it's working pretty good. I like how it looks. That's supposed to be the main stage and Pirates Cove stage and stuff. Now, let's talk about the tragedy room. And if you remember the Heyday video, although it's in Spanish, this room is the same size, it's the same building. Of course, in Heyday this is way bigger, but Safe Room hasn't changed that much. The floor is decayed. There are the three... Well, this is the view from FNAF 3. The three arcades and Springtrap. And I added this detail when the FNAF Heyday came out, because he said there was supposed to be a door a lot of years back to the FNAF Heyday map. This doesn't take anywhere, of course, but it's a reference to the FNAF Heyday building. So here he is, the spring trap. And I have over here these candles are supposed to represent the ghosts from the FNAF 3 minigame. And they are placed in the same order they died, or it's currently the theory. My personal theory is correct. So, or not that my theory is correct, but that this is the right order, I think. I believe that theory. So, Susie, Fritz, Gabriel, and Jeremy. That's the order. And Golden Freddy should come as the last. Now, let's see. There's a fire axe and his knife over here. Obviously as a reference to Dead by Daylight, but also to Die in a Fire because, man, that's such a classic song. I even remember when it came out. It was a very good time. Well, that's it for the safe room and the backstage. So, to say goodbye to this map, I'm gonna show you one of the features I like the most. Of course, is I'm gonna use the same disc I used in the I'm gonna use the same disc I used the last time because, well, why not? This just makes the map feel a lot more alive, you know, having the music. And if you realize it, when you look at the stage, the music sounds louder. I don't know if that's gonna get in the video, but that's a fact. Interesting one though. So yeah, music every time you see the stage, because the music player is over there. Every time you see to the stage, it's like they're performing. And I remember the last detail I added, also from the week before, but also from the Silver Eyes. I'm gonna show you this. Here is a small hatch for underneath the stage. So here is a part from the what's this? The Silver Eyes, where they have a hatch below the stage to control their functions. In the Silver Eyes, it's used to control the animatronics too. So yeah, and these are supposed to be their batteries for Freddy, for Bonnie and Chica. And yes, they are below them. Yes, really. So this is where they charge up in the games. When they go to your office, attack, then go back to the stage to regain power, reload. And here is a hallway, because FNAF loves hallways. Here's the generator, supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be, I just made it for fun. I don't know what to say it is. Let's imagine it's a generator. And here is Fox's battery too, because Foxy also needs one battery, doesn't he? And yes, there is a hatch on Pirate's Cove too. I can like to imagine in the Silver Eyes, when he kidnaps Carlton, often comes out from Pirate's Cove, and I think if there was a hatch to get him anywhere else, this can work. Like he kidnaps, gets back to the hatch, and goes to the safe room. It's a little theory. But yeah, I think that's everything needed to show in this video. There's no more details, I think, hidden anywhere. So let me fly a little bit, just to show off the full building from above. And yes, the FNAF, this Freddy sign that I really like. Yep, here's the building. Made it as accurate as possible to the FNAF anniversary video. Really like the video. Go check the Unwithered Truth channels, please. He makes really good videos. It took him long enough to make Heyday, but it was worth every second of waiting. And yes, this is FNAF anniversary on Minecraft. Best thing I could did. And just to compare it and speak about Heyday in English too, here's Heyday. They're supposed to be upgrades. It's shown off only in the parking lot how bigger it is to anniversary. So yeah, I'm gonna make the Heyday video and publish it sometime this week. And so stay tuned for that, because I'm sure you'd love to hear the details and stuff from the building. And yes, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. And well,